Good morning, Chris McLaughlin, Beachbody coach, talking about being fat adapted. Which one of these guys do you think is fat adapted? So if you've never heard that term before, don't feel bad. The first time I heard it was about a year ago. I read a Facebook post by, I think, Mark Goddard, who's into nutrition. He's lost a lot of weight. He's trying a couple different diets. And the article's from 2 years ago. I'll link it in the YouTube. But it's from this guy, Dr. Mark Sisson, talking about what it means to be fat adapted. And that's the first time I ever heard of it. It was about a year ago, and it made perfect sense to me at that time because by that time I had started losing a lot of weight doing P90 T25s, what I started with about a year and a half ago. And then I started doing P90X and some other things. But I'd already started losing a lot of weight and eating 5 meals a day, trying to take little snacks, like healthy snacks, like forcing myself to have healthy snacks between meals, drinking Shakeology for breakfast every morning, getting all the nutrients I need to help my body regulate better, digestive enzymes and all that. So it made a lot of sense to me, and I never heard it before, but after I got done reading it, and I'll show you the article, it's kind of technical. It's written by a doctor, but it's fairly accessible. But I wanted to do kind of a summary on my YouTubes in like a little bit of a dumbed down layman's terms and just some of the core functionality you got to understand before you even read the article. So basically, fat adapted means your body's adapted to using fat for energy. And it sounds simple, or like, why wouldn't that happen? But the problem is that with today's diet, what they call the standard American diet, the SAD, that's what Dr. Wimbush calls it. I think it's kind of funny, talking about how most people are eating the SAD. Is that you get way too many carbs, a lot of fat, and then not enough protein. And those are the three caloric sources, the three macronutrient groups. The other three nutrients, minerals, water, and vitamins, those don't have calories. But I mean, carbs, fats, and proteins are where your body gets its energy from. The problem is proteins are very hard those are like building blocks. Those build tissues. Those are the last to be taken for energy because there's so much work to convert them into sugar. Sugar is like directly into your bloodstream, depending if it's something that's already a simple sugar or it gets converted. Those are all carbs, simple carbs, complex carbs. And then you have fats. You have meat protein that comes with fat. You have fat that comes in certain vegetables. So you have what are like healthy fats, like avocados, nuts, and oils, like almonds, hummus. Those are healthy fats, and then there's less healthy fats that are more saturated or whatever. But your body takes the carbs first, and then the fats. The problem is that if you keep on feeding yourself carbs, your body kind of forgets how to use the fat. So you have dietary fat as the fat you eat, and you have stored fat as the fat in your body. So your body would rather use the carbs, and if you keep on feeding carbs, you'll never get rid of the fat. So these days, a lot of people are talking about it's not the fat that makes you fat, it's the carbs that make you fat, which isn't intuitive because the carbs are sugar. So how is sugar making you fat? Well, the thing is if you keep on eating sugar, you just keep on storing fat. You never burn off the fat you have, and then you stay heavy. So I had started losing weight.
Is that the bell?
Oh, Cammy, we have time. I'm recording. So I wanted to read you this article, or at the bottom. So the term is, if you're fat adapted, you're able to use fat. That's a normal, healthy metabolism. That's the way people should be, and that's the way most people aren't, because they eat so many carbs, they become sugar dependent, they become addicted to carbs, carb addicted. And so here's the best part of this article, which is less technical, is down at the bottom. It talks about a couple quick tests you can kind of think about to whether or not you're fat adapted or whether or not you're sugar dependent. It says, can you go 3 hours without eating, skipping a meal, and exercise in futility and misery? Do you enjoy steady, even energy throughout the day? Are midday naps pleasurable indulgences rather than necessary staples? Can you exercise without carbo loading? Have the headaches and brain fuzziness passed? So those are kind of things that if you can't do those things, or you notice like you need sugar all the time, it's because your body can't access the fat you eat, your dietary fat, or the fat in your body. So what you have to do is convert from being sugar dependent to fat adapted if you want to lose the extra weight you have and get in shape like I did. I lost 40 pounds last year. Or if you just want to not have those cravings and be able to go all day with a normal, healthy, sensible diet. So as far as changing our metabolism, what you need to start doing if you are sugar dependent is start to eat more fats in your diet so your body gets used to metabolizing those as dietary fat, and then it will get better at burning the fat you have stored. So things like nuts are great snacks, like almonds. These are awesome. These have a little bit of energy, but they're healthy fats, and so it gets your body used to burning fat if it's not used to doing that as you're sort of trying to wean yourself off carbs. Coconut oil is good. It has like medium something triglycerides that helps your body get used to metabolizing fat. So look for those healthy fats and start eating more of those, and eat whole meats. If you're not vegetarian, this is a problem. The guy who wrote this is like a big primal guy. No processed foods, but meats are fine because meat has protein and fat in the way you should eat it. So whole meats, healthy fats along with what you're eating, and then try to decrease the carbs. It'll get your body used to metabolizing fat. You'll become more fat adapted, and then you can kind of restrict your calories or work out more or generally reduce your total calories, and your body will start burning the fat on your body for the extra energy it needs. And that's when you have that even kind of energy throughout the day, because as your body needs energy, instead of you eating some candy or having a soda, your body burns up some fat, and then you burn it up, and then you get down to your healthy weight, and you look great, you stay lean. You can go splurge every once in a while. You can go to a birthday party and eat 2 times as much as you should, and it doesn't ruin you. The next day you're like, okay, I'm not even hungry till noon, because you're busy digesting all that food and you're perfectly fat adapted. So that's a little term, fat adapted. If you've never heard of it, click down in the link and read the whole article. There's another follow-up where he answers some more questions. And if you have any questions for me, let me know. I'm going to go to work and take the kids to school and have my breakfast, my healthiest meal of the day, Shakeology, with cherries. I'm still burning through this bag of cherries this week. So if you have any questions about being fat adapted, or you need diet ideas, or you want to start a program, if you don't know where to go, let me know, because there's plenty of that where that came from, as far as how to improve your diet and get down to your ideal weight and feel great. Feel a lot younger, feel healthier. It's awesome. Take care. Bye.